Alright, welcome back team. Hello. I hope you're doing well. We are back tonight. We're doing some test drive part 3. We've actually got a little bit of time today, a little bit more than yesterday, which is very good. So we've got some more time to do this next quest in our Kappa progression. I don't know, I'm feeling positive about Kappa in general at this point. We'll see how things pan out as time goes along. But I'm feeling positive about it because we've got all the bolty stuff done. So I feel like now it's mainly like there's a few annoying things. There's probably a couple of quests that will come up that will actually end up being a bit of a pest here and there. But nothing like doing the bolt action quest like Psycho Sniper and all those others. There's just nothing that really compares to the pain of those, especially for me at least. I'm not as bothered about the other ones. So I think it should be okay. So we'll just quickly whip through the old dude. I think 140 is probably just about okay. I need to get my hideout management up a little bit because then you can basically make one for 2 filters and then it is kind of worth it. We're like doing all right at least, you know, it's 90%, but got to get that up a little bit. We can get it up with the filter unit. I just got one of these from ScavTalk or something. I think it was. I think. Alright, let's get ourselves on. How is the driving? Hey, Uncle. The driving, it's driving. We've got 8 out of 20. Now the machinery key, we've got 8 out of 20 for test drive part 3. Not enough space to move the. I don't even have a. Oh yeah, I got this off some guy last time. But these plates were a bit scuffed. What should we do? Should we sell this? Should we sell some other ones? These ones aren't actually that expensive. I've got some other random junk as well. Let's just move some stuff. We've got space. It's just actually taking the time to, you know, move the garbage. It's like usually the way. We've got here VSS. The annoying thing about the VSS, you can't sell it on the flea for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why the VSS is still flea banned. It's very curious. Very curious you're not allowed to buy that. Also, instantly means I'm not allowed to sell it, which is also irritating. What was I going to put away? Oh yes, ammo. We'll pop some. Got any spare spaces in these? Actually, yeah, we've got a bit of space here. We can just chuck what we can in there. The question is, is there anything I should be buying? Should I be buying any ammo? Probably be buying like CBJ or something. Maybe FMJ. It's easy to forget to buy the ammo that you need. As with most things, yes. Hey, I'm 430 hours EFT. Been watching you guys heaps. Helped a lot. Thank you. No worries, Caleb. Thank you for joining tonight. I'm like considering. I've got like lots of things that I want to make next, but I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to make next. If that makes sense. Oh, okay. We've got like a load of. No, I've got even more random junk. Oh, I'm going to throw this random junk actually in the boxes directly. I think. Just because I'm just going to make it easier on our life. Put contact 6s in here. Try not to think too much about it. Oh yeah, we got this MCX of this guy, didn't we? Oh, but it is kind of scuffed. Sag. Can you buy an MCX lower? I think you can actually. You can. So what I'll probably do is just like rebuild this. I might even make this into a video. Should I make that into a video? I probably should. You know what? That's actually what I'm going to do. That's the next video. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to do the MCX. It's on my list, but I didn't have really a good excuse. I've not used it that much. So MCX rebuild. This guy's gun is awful. Damn, how many picks is that? I think it's 8. 8. Yeah, it's 8 now. Because of Mr. Reffington. Right, well, I'll leave this as is. This is like in the form that I had it in, so I'm not gonna fuss with this. It's mainly just the stock that sucks. Actually, and the suppressor, but anyway. Guys, are helpful brand new player, no worries. I wish I could play Tarkov, but I'm a Linux user. For any realistic games available on Linux, Tarkov seems perfect. Yes, Nikita did mention something to do with Linux for their servers, which did actually raise a lot of eyebrows in and of itself, quite funnily. But they did mention something about Linux for that, and he said that was effectively the first step towards being able to actually have like Tarkov on Linux. So all hope is not lost. Yeah, CBJ probably is the one. I can buy CBJ manually anyway. So I should probably buy that. If I'm going to use the M6 at some point, I should probably buy that in great quantities. Oh god, have we done all the rest of this stuff? Here we go. So we've got this. Let me just sell random beard. Don't need that or that. These are just coming from Scav runs. Sell that one. Is that even going to be worth it? Like 15k to sell it for 19k? I guess so. Here we go. Talking Tarkov on Linux. Yeah. I mean, Nikita, yeah, he mentioned it at some point that it was like not like necessarily on the cards, but you know, it's one of those like we'll be it kind of situations. I think I wouldn't count on it by any stretch of the imagination, but at the same time, like, don't rule it out. Like, it's not never coming, if that makes sense. So, yes. Right, it's a little bit of BP. So last time we ended up getting into it a little bit better, and we ended up getting 2 kills. We'll do 40. Yes, we did 40. I did 40 and 20, 40 and 20. That's how I ended up doing this. 40 and 20, and then taking like a bit of each with me. Cool. And then we'll do... I think the main issue here is like I actually don't mind just taking 2 magazines, honestly, because they're like huge. It's like taking 4 mags of 30. But the problem is that if you do need to repack at some point, you're actually shafted because it takes so long. Where did that mag go? Yeah. So I kind of don't mind having like the final mag of BPU or whatever, so BT just like lying around just in case. Okay, and then we got this big bag. Should we take this? This bag's not particularly tactical. I think I'm just gonna get rid of it. And then we need to take a flare as well. I nearly forgot to take a flare last time. Signal flare, and then oh god, we're like eating through all my stuff. Okay, so we need a new Aquamari. We'll put that in there. And then we need a new. We'll take a mayo. Always love a good mayo. And then do I have any golden star or Ivy Propane? Okay, so what we'll do is we'll take a new golden star because I want to use the last little bits of these. Oh, that's like cheapish. And then I want to be able to craft some more propitols, but I can't do that yet. What do I normally have in here? Oh yeah, splint. Splint. I actually ended up selling a lot of my splints. I wonder how much the Tigs ones are. I should probably check how much the Tigs ones are. Like they're really cheap. 26k. Like, dude, that's like super cheap. Anyway, whatever. I'll get one of those next time. And then maybe an 8 or 2 or something. Oops, not a bottle of water. Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, that'll do. Right, we'll just head off into customs. Great. Customs. Right, let's do it. Evening, sir. Hey, Jake. Thank you, mate. Yeah, it took me a long time. I mean, that's one of those weird videos that's going to be like a big underperformer at the beginning of my channel, and then sometimes they recover and do really, really well, and then sometimes they just suck. So I don't know. Like, it's a limited audience that actually want to watch it, so... Just watch your Shootable in Heaven YouTube video. That 2 hours just flew by. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, like, right now, it's like, YouTube's like, oh, no, this video sucks. Like, no one wants to watch it. Evening, Jay. Is M16A1 okay now the price is lower? I actually, you know what? I actually have never used it. I never kind of, like, fitted into a particular use case for me at all, this wipe. And like by the time that it was cheaper, I was already like past it kind of thing. So like I didn't really use much NATO weaponry early on this wipe, particularly. I used a lot of 545 like grabbing ammo and stuff. So I genuinely have not even fired it. I don't even know what it is. I'm savoring it. Not willing to buy that excuse for them. SPT already runs on Linux, only battle blocking it. So only probably have to sort out how they have anti-cheat on Linux. But that's probably really annoying for them, right? And or like, do they actually want to do it? Oh, you can't actually see the injector case, can you? Yeah, what stims do you take in every raid? I take 2 propitols for Either just like I need a painkiller and I need something faster than like applying a full golden star, like in combat, but not on my hotbar. I take an ETG if I'm like really messed up and I need like loads of HP. You can also take the Propital as well for that at the same time, which is quite nice. They double up the healing effect. 6.5 I think for the ETG per second. It's a lot. Plus 1 for the Propital, so 7.5 seconds is a lot. I have an SJ6 in case I need to run to extract. Same with the mule if I'm really heavy. I take an SJ12 in case I run out of food and water and something terrible happens and I just don't have any and I black stomach and my CMS runs out, whatever. It saved my life sometimes. And then, is that it? I take the two Propies. I take the SJ12, the ETG. Oh, and an AHF1 or a Augustin for anti-bleed. Some people like blue blood for it, for the anti-bleed thing, but it like destroys your hydration and stuff. So I feel like you end up paying for it in other ways. Like it's good. Blue blood's technically better, but. Hey, first wipe. I really play the game. Come to help me a lot. Jade Arrow, thank you. For the first time I'm in this game. Nice. Well, this is the thing. The game has such a steep learning curve that someone's got to help people through, right? That's the idea. Hey, Astronaut. What's up, dude? Yeah, I'm trying to get back into doing some more of these evening streams. Like my usual, my schedule, I mean, it's up on Twitter. It's in Discord. But I've ended up dropping a couple of streams here and there just because I've been really busy. And I'm trying to do like Monday, Wednesday nights, and then Thursday and Tuesday afternoons. So I said that the wrong way around. So like Monday evening, for me at least. So it's like a late stream, an early stream, a late stream, an early stream. SG9 in case you run into someone using thermals. I'm not sure if it even works, honestly. I remember people testing it back at the time and it being like, didn't really do much. Black stomachs make us stronger. You remember the days when we didn't have CMS? Like you got a black stomach, you just have to leave. Is the snow gone? No. So the snow is still here, but the Christmas tree is gone and the frostbite is gone. So we're still playing in the snow, but we're playing without the frostbite effect. So you don't need to wear like the stupid gimp mask or anything anything silly like that. Hardly ever seen anyone running thermals this way. Yeah, I think the problem is that they're not like thermals. Are, like they're obviously good, but they're really really expensive. And then people worry about cheaters, right? And they also, like, because you know it's so expensive, like, unless you really do literally have no gear fear at all, they do make you play a bit differently. And they also make you play weirdly as well, even when you don't have gear fear about them. Because they can lure you into a false sense of security, because it's almost just like, oh, they effectively should give me, like, ESP, right, kind of abilities. But there's quite often where, like, even on places like woods, where, like, the certain particular orientation of the trees can, like, just block all of the thermal vision, and you don't see somebody, and then you turn around and then you look back. And you've got, like, quite a tight FOV to be looking through. It's a bit different if you're wearing like the T7s, but they're like 17 million. But yeah, if you've got the T7s on, you've got like your full field of vision pretty much, or like much wider at least, like in the goggles to see people. Whereas with the thermal, it's like you do have to be quite careful. Though you have to play in like a bit of a weird way. I think they nerfed them. I think they've always been like that. They're like 250 meters, and after that, nothing shows up. Yeah. Can't be asked to go onto the website and track all the tasks I've already done. Once I have stray dogs unlocked and living high is not a crime. That means I'm pretty close to Kappa. Depends which quests you've done, to be honest. Depends which quests you've done. Giving Tree. I hate the Giving Tree. The Giving Tree sucks. I never get anything good at Giving Tree. I've seen all the clips, all the streamer clips of, oh yes, Giving Tree is giving me all the stuff. I never get anything. It's rubbish. Right. Where are we going to go? Oh yeah, it's probably painkiller up. Let's use the end of this one. And is RAM still expensive? Yes, because it's utilized. There's actually a really good RAM barter for Moonshine. It's actually better than the it's better than the graphics card one. The graphics card one is just like setting the price of RAM, if that makes sense. God. We'll see if I can see these guys before everybody gets killed. Yeah, so the graphics card at 400k-ish is setting the price of RAM in-game. We're talking in-game here, not IRL, right? So that's setting the price of RAM. Oh, Mr. Timmy, don't die. I can't see him. He's like on the other side of the wall. Where's the aggressor? That's on the other side of that building, so I can't see them. Where's the aggressor here? There's like some guy shooting at our poor Timmy friend. And I can't see him. I keep thinking it's that little thing, but it isn't. Unless they're like, can we see them out this window? Oh, I should have gone over here, actually. Why is there such a huge fight on this side now? Maybe I should go this side. Anyone seen the Goons recently? Actually, no. I think our Timothy friend died, unfortunately. Lighthouse 20 minutes ago. Well, that was someone. But we were slightly too late. How come you're on customs? Oh, I'm doing test drive part 3. Yo, James. Thank you, mate.
Less than 3.
Oh, I'm really stuck. That's just a scav.
Gold, please.
There was a guy who came this way, I'm pretty sure. Maybe he went into Fortress. I don't actually know. Was that Zooport on the ground? I don't know. Hoda Green, thank you for the prime, mate. Thank you for the prime. Yes, Customs Lighthouse Reserve. Yeah, they've changed it a little bit. Can I get it in a few places? The level 6 plate bar is broken, only 2 ram sticks. I just didn't realise that they're gone. If you got a waste bag, would you take it? Yeah, I think so. Bring it with me. Oh. I feel like I can get shot from here. Oh. Why was that? Why did I have a tracer in there? That's like kind of annoying. I thought I put BP in there. I could have sworn I put BP in there. Sucks, man. I actually started streaming on Twitter. Not for this, I didn't notice your stream. Oh, nice. I wonder where these guys are. Did they see me and know where I was shooting from? I guess they've gone back the other way. Maybe we can go from here. Wrong window. If they're going back the other way, maybe we can go this way? I don't know. Yeah, look at me, I have tracers. Yeah, I thought I put BP in there. There must have already been a BT and I didn't notice in my like haste. Oh my god! What the hell? Didn't know scavs could spawn up in here. To be fair. I mean, there's somebody down here, is that? That's just a scav. Our guys are like pinned behind here. Can I? Maybe I even make the crossing over. I'll try to find out. I didn't hear him shuffle. I did. Yeah, I'm gonna try and go underneath. I did, but I thought that they were. I assumed that he was like downstairs or something because there's like no vertical audio in this building. So I just assumed he was down here. This might take me too long, honestly, but... Did you finish Psycho Sniper? I did. As I promised, I finished it off stream. As I said I would. Yeah, tracer where the gun was last used. I think it must have been. I thought I'd emptied it, but yeah, it must have been. Literally just must have been. I can still feel that I've got a bit of that Psycho Sniper in me, you know? Yeah, I did it off stream. I just camped extracts basically. Said no morality, but here's what it is.
Gold.
You are the Psycho Sniper now, yes. I don't have visibility of the gas station though, which is kind of what I wanted. I don't think there really is one, is there? Yo, special. Thank you for the 5 gifteds, mate. Appreciate it, dude. Welcome. Make a vid about it. Thing is, it's hard for me, right, to do it because for a start, the shootable one is just more interesting, honestly. The Psycho Sniper one, I just don't think it's as interesting. Also, because I kind of like copped out at the end and just was getting really frustrated. I don't think it's as I can't make it into something as interesting. The shootable in Heaven one, we'll have to see. Like those ones are kind of like you have to be a bit patient with them. They usually underperform. Wait, I missed last stream. I haven't watched the VOD yet. Am I being spoiled? Did you finish Psycho? I did finish Psycho. But I finished it off stream, yeah. So it's a bit tough. We'll see. Like, you know, obviously make stuff that I think is gonna be cool, but like I obviously have to go off the performance of. I don't understand. How does he take 3 hits from freaking BP? Like what the hell is this guy wearing? That's absolutely insane. What? Did they get aggroed by me? I guess so. Yeah, 3 shots to the head. Like, what the heck? Yeah. No, I did it also. I couldn't take it anymore. I literally couldn't take it on stream anymore. It was driving me absolutely crazy. It was just making me sad, to be honest with you. Yeah, thick skull. What the heck? He hit his arms first height ever bore? Maybe. I wonder if these guys are still here in some fashion. Oh, shut up. feel like these guys might still be around here or something. I don't know. I should probably PK up. Before we going any further, take this last golden star. Fair, never tried it, for certain I'd hate it. It was not fun. It was not a fun experience. I knew it was one of the quests I was worried about. Let's put it that way. Yeah, they must have gone somewhere else. Who's that, though? Quite a few scavs around now. How is it? 22 minutes? Not really sure whether it's worth staying in here, to be honest. I lost a lot of the opportunities at the beginning just playing a bit coy. I wonder where that guy's shooting from. Yeah, anyway, we'll see. We'll see how the Shooter Born in Heaven video goes. Like, it might end up doing okay, because it takes quite a while for those videos to like feed in. Obviously, because the feedback loop's a bit slower with a video that's like super long, because people like watch it in different parts. They don't all watch it all in one go. You know, so we'll see how it goes. I'll have to like see the performance of it, see how it performs in the end, and then I'll decide what to do. I don't think I'm gonna make a Psycho Sniper one because I genuinely didn't enjoy it, and I don't want to make a video about it. Whereas like Shooter Born in Heaven, it's like a permanent progression quest, so at least there's that. Where are these people? I like chasing ghosts. I feel this road. Like someone in there. New gas? A bit far for new gas, I thought. I wish the VOD, when you lost the 4 out of 5 on customs, I was pretty broken about it for you, especially with the offline. Testing bug losing you on? Yeah, that was annoying. How come latest podcast app isn't on Spotify? It should. We ended up recording on a weird time. So we ended up doing it Monday, so it should be up. Actually, I didn't do a thumbnail for it, so I'm actually not in a position to put it up yet. Yeah, we ended up having to like skip a bit as well because of like illness and stuff and schedules and whatnot. It's been a bit tricky. So. You enjoying the Shooter Born video right now? Great format. Thank you. I think it's one of those videos that it appeals to like hardcore fans, if that makes sense. But it's not necessarily. I mean, we'll see. It's not necessarily going to be as good for like my wider audience who are not as interested in watching like raid style videos for me, which is usually the case. I would say I've you know, I dabble here and there and test stuff out, try things. It's always interesting to try something new. I'm definitely not opposed to it. Who's that? I mean, that's a scav in there. I was tempted to go and press. Is the button been pressed here already? Sounded like there was somebody up here. Where exactly, I'm not sure. Maybe we just pop the flare. Honestly, and just go. Getting it's kind of late-ish, right? Just like lots of scavs, lots of player scavs and stuff. Yeah, there's really not much to see. I might make a short about it. That's about as much content as there is. It's slightly more... The other stuff of me trying things is, I guess, slightly more interesting. But none of it actually works out until I do the most boring strategy of all. Which is just like... Just kind of lame, honestly. Just ended up being kind of lame. Make a video about how you hunted all the bosses. Might have to be... I think I'd have to be a bit more deliberate about it and like try to make a piece for it. Because a lot of the bosses that I did this wipe, I did them like incidentally. So I didn't really do them on purpose. So it makes it much more difficult to like spin into a proper narrative. If that makes sense. You never ended up doing an ammo progression vid? No, I didn't in the end. I wanted to do it and then I got distracted by lots of other things. I wanted to do one. And I wanted to do one combined with like a plea to PSG to put the ammo boxes back on the flea. I don't even know where the Flower Street is onwards. It is near outskirts. That was basically just a waste of BP, that raid. Used to plan my kits around those vids. I mean, it's still... I could still make one, right? I can still make one. They usually do quite well as well. I find them a bit painful to make, actually, the ammo progression videos. I find them a bit annoying to make. They take ages, and I like don't really enjoy doing them, but I know people do like them. So I often end up begrudgingly making myself do it at some point, but they do take a while. They take a bit of extra time because you got to like research every ammo and then think about every gun, and like it's just there's a lot of like meshing to do with it. And the actual like video production is not that it's just not that fun because it's just like pasting lots of images over the top of each other and like moving them around. It's like, let's put it this way, it's hard to make the video like look interesting. Which is like part of the game, you know. I'm not gonna lie. That's part of the game. So they're just some videos are easier to make interesting versus others. Like the weapons videos are fairly easy to make interesting, right? Because it's just like you can talk a bit about it, you can do the weapon build, then you can show yourself using it. Like that's like interesting and fun, and it's fun to do as well. Whereas the ammo progression one's very much like. Yeah, your suffering is a high survival chance. Yes. The ammo progression ones are much more like... I just end up doing like a lot of research about stuff. I think that's also part of it for me as well. It's like, it's mostly stuff that I already know. I just have to go and like tighten up the exact knowledge to make sure that I am telling the truth exactly. Making sure that it is correct for this exact iteration of the wipe. Because it's always, you know, it's always slightly different. There's like some... This has moved from this to that. Like, I can't use any... you just got to be quite careful that you don't accidentally put something wrong in there. So it's a lot of just, like, checking stuff, mainly. Right, so we've got to make sure, yeah, I mean, I do actually have BP in here now, which is good. Okay. I probably need a way... Almost, like, need to go to, like, reserve or something. Actually, you know what? You could actually do this on reserve, technically speaking. I wonder whether it's worth it. And get some more ammo. Do I have enough? I've got 140 BP. I've got a BT, but I can buy BT. I've got 740. I've got a Golnick. I've probably got enough. Probably. Tough call. Tough call. Do you think the ammo box removal was by mistake or on purpose? I think it was on purpose. I think it was to stop people getting scammed. Because people were getting scammed on the flea. And I think it's basically a bug. If you filled your... The way it works is if you filled your inventory, you could... And then like left a one stack of... Let's say you've got a box of LPS. So you leave a one stack of LPS in your inventory and it's the literal only space in your inventory. It'll unload... Oh, sorry, yeah. Like, a 21 stack of LPS. That's more accurate. It'll then unload 19 of the 20 LPSs, leaving one in the box. And then you can list the box with one in it. I mean, it's a very... Honestly, I think it's a very minor issue. Like, I know some people got caught out by it and it's annoying, but like, A, buyer beware, and secondly, like, how many people are actually doing it? I don't know. I think it's a bit of a knee-jerk. I think we've lost something beautiful in trying to avoid this. Presumably, that's what it was for. I can only guess. Maybe should we play reserve? I'm tempted to play reserve, you know. Why is Tremendal so expensive? It's just because it's like the +3 running. Yeah, so Flare Extract onwards is down by outskirts. If you think about where Scav House is, it's the little road that goes from the hill that overlooks Scav House off to the west of the map. So there's a road that like leaves. It's basically where the pylons finish, and the hill that looks over Scav House like points off the map. That's where it is. Is decent ammo still closed behind high level on the fleet? Ammo's completely locked off. Like, the only way that you could get it before was in boxes, and they removed that ability. Maybe the ability to buy the boxes was bugged, what they thought was bugged. I thought it was quite a good balancing thing. It actually worked really nicely. So, like, good ammo is now basically just completely locked either to the workbench or to the traders. You can't buy it at all. No ammo at all in the fleet. One of my favourite streamers, you got 5 ammo shortage. I'm sitting here on over 3k BP rounds at almost 4k BT. Need AP ammo for XMC, not in labs. Where? You could try Streets. Streets has some good ammo spawns. I've seen it in the... You could probably get it in MVD, I would think. I've seen it in Concordia Security. I think there's the Terra Group Armory. It's one of those ones. I don't usually loot that one, but apparently you can get like good ammo in one of the Terra Group building rooms. I can't remember which one it is. I've definitely seen it in Concordia Security though. 100%. I've looted that myself. So I think Streets is not bad. Yeah, Reserve has a bunch of 5x5. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't usually play much casual Reserve, particularly. So that's why we're going to play it, because at least we can like top ourselves up at the same time. Can the Labyrinth research notes only be found in raid inside the Labyrinth? I think you can get them in the Scav case, technically, or the Moonshine or something. I think I have one set of Labyrinth research notes. I got either out of Moonshine or the Scav case. I can't... Well, no, I guess they're the same thing, sorry. Or the Cultist Circle, I mean. Howdy, haven't played in 3 weeks. Is the game fixed yet? You know what? Like, the Tarkov's actually in an alright state, to be fair. It's in an alright state. I think it's okay. I think it's okay right now. Oh yeah, so I've got to do some like I remember what I was going to do. I need to be doing some other quests. I really should have done some reserve quests while I'm here. Because I need to actually do a load of stuff for Kappa. Like, just finishing test drive is, like, not enough. What are the other maps I need for test drive? Let's have a look. So, test drive. I do technically need to do some light out stuff as well, but, like... I've got to do... So, the next one is going to be Shoreline Interchange Woods. The one after that is going to be... Factory. Not very helpful. And the last one is, again, Customs. Okay, so I really should be doing my reserve missions with this one. Evening, Fanris. What's up, mate? Thanks. I got a Peacekeeper found in raid task to obtain the Labyrinth research notes. I'm going to re-roll it. Yeah, I would. If you're not intending on going to Labyrinth, I would. Got 2 Labyrinth research notes from Daily. I love the kind of duality of that. Just like, oh, I got 2 research notes for Daily. Oh, I've got Daily that needs the Labyrinth research. Oh no, in that little room. I hear from behind me? Ooh. Probably shouldn't have fired that, should I? Fortunately, it was only a scav. Now, I don't think... Oh, I can get across that now. My strength is high enough. Beautiful. Okay. Right, now, other than playing shooter-born stuff, I haven't played much Reserve, actually. It feels like I haven't played the map for ages. Because all I've done is play with bolties. And it, like, makes me feel weird. You know what I mean? It makes me feel like I haven't played on it. I'm just like, what do I do with an assault rifle? Which map did you last for Shooterborn? I actually did Lighthouse last. I don't know whether that was a good or a bad idea, but... This is not a good spot. Nothing good about this spot. We need to get to another spot. Before we get spotted and die. Yeah, the lighthouse one was painful for me, but... I've just done a big video about Shooterborn in Heaven. It's underperforming. So if you people want to go and watch it, then you'd be doing me a favour. It is the length of a full movie. So there you go. I have Streets and Reserve left. Damn. If I prestige 4 times, what do we get on the 5th? I don't know. Go and have a look at the thing in game. What do you think? Which map is worth it to learn? I kind of know Customs Woods very well. Interchange is okay. The rest I have no idea. I think you should learn Reserve. Reserve is actually a really useful place to know just because it gives you lots of good ammo. Streets is good if you can...
Gold, please.
If your PC is like good enough to play Streets properly. Quite often just like spooky people down here. Lots of people have... Now, I'm actually not sure if I need to get scav kills down here. I genuinely can't remember. Let me have a quick look. I actually do. Eliminate raiders in the bunker, okay. I want to see how you did Streets and Reserve. I'll check it out. Go for it. Pseudostatic, thank you for the prime. Well, the Street's pretty good. Playing... It's when it's got a 40-60. Well, if you think it's playing okay, then that's an okay one to... Like, Streets is really good because it basically has everything. You can loot everything on Streets, one way or another. Like, there's everything there. There's ammo, there's guns, there's high-value loot, there's scavs, there's PMCs, there's a green flare, there's, like, bosses, there's, like, anything you could want. Okay. Alright, so we did save corridor. Good. Can repack this bad boy a little bit. Can you link me to the off-stream cheats you used to complete Saga Sniper? I love it, honestly. Yeah, people for context, like random people were just like, oh yeah, you did it off-stream so you could go and use ESP. Good. Streets of Gods remind how much I hate the urban combat. It's such a cluster. It can be. Yeah, it depends. Depends. Have you experimented with the ABC thumbnail? Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have. It's weird, actually. I have so many questions. Said it's the first wipe. I could really ask you 1,000 questions. No idea where to start. Just keep going. Just keep going. I love it. I love it. I don't mind. That's my whole thing. My deal is questions, new players. Ask away.
Gold, please.
As long as you can't just Google it instantaneously. Then I don't mind. Insta Google questions, you know, probably want to go to Google, but other than that, I don't mind. Mike, thank you for the prime. Kind of amazing how you feel playing this game based on what map you're on. Like, I will never go to reserve. Yeah. That Twitter stuff made me laugh. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? It was funny. But did you wiggle? I did no wiggling whatsoever. The people had no idea I was coming. They had no idea I was coming. Well, I wasn't actually coming anywhere. The entire time I was spent absolutely stationary. What do I want to do? Kill raiders and or get like ammo. Should I go up on some of the roofs or something? He says Von and Suka. That's not me, right? Oh, no it isn't. He says. I'm a bit confused as to where this guy is, but it's also a bit difficult to approach with all the scavs. I think he might just be up in that top building, maybe. Somewhere. I'm never going to see him from here, though, I don't think. Right, it could be up there, it could be up here. These guys are not going crazy anymore. Okay, now they're shooting at me. Lovely. There's some kind of firefight going on over there. Let's have a little look-see over here. No, I don't think it's gluey. Oh, actually, that could be Gluha. Hmm. I don't see them now. Oh no, they're on the top. Is there one underneath? There is two, so I don't know where the second guy is. Wait, that's a scav. This guy be scuttling. God, it's typical. They're not standing still up here. Not got that much arm stem. Maybe I go off on the next floor or something? Because they're behind this barricade. No matter what I do, they're going to be behind this barricade. The other alternative is that I just rush them from underneath. That's always a possibility. Oh, they're coming down the stairs. Damn it. That's a shame. Okay. Right, I'm going to rush him. Time to leave. We're going. We're going round. And then in. Yeah, time to leave that particular position for sure. We're going to use this avenue of attack. The classic reach around, exactly. I could go up on top of that building, actually, in fairness. Should I go up here? Just as like a little aside? I might be able to get something done. Or are these boys going to just be like hiding now? Just a bloody scav. Can't get out of this. There's no things in there. Just checking my scope situation.
О, кепка ебаная! Ебашу!
Going on over there. I didn't bring Red Rebel. Oh well, we'll have to go out a different way. We'll have to go through D2 or something. Who was over here? True that I don't have a bag. Crap. This guy like right at the top? I wonder where he is. Like up here or something? I thought there was a player here. I mean, it wasn't player scout, but there was there was. There was scouts shouting though. I don't know. Could be a bad scav, indeed. Does it feel freeing to have to be constantly looking for loot in bags and such? I don't know. I quite like looting in some respects. Where's actually good to go for ammo? It's on the tops of the buildings, right? Should you go and have a look for the ammo? It's probably all we're doing scooted up, right? I would think. I should probably leave and be doing like quests or whatnot. Davanachi. I should probably still go down to D2 just to try and get some raiders because I need those for anyway. Some of the only other quests I need, I think. Here we go. It's only PS, sadly, but you know. Yeah, I remember being on like most of the rooftops and stuff. That's usually where I find the ammo. Never do. No, what's not fun? Well, I definitely did that with Kappa and Psycho Sniper and all of that stuff. I don't find those quests very fun, and yet I did them anyway. Both pawns, the truck and up top on K2 bunker. Which one's the truck? Tops of buildings are usually where I find them. I'm gonna have a look over on that one. We'll just have a little roam around, then maybe we'll go down to D2 at the end. Actually, how's my food and water? Let's just get a little bit of a boost on. Heating pipe. Heating pipe? What, in like the containers around there? I don't know. I don't feel like I've ever really seen ammo over that. I don't normally look for ammo specifically. Usually it just kind of comes to me, you know. Truck. Yeah, truck. There's ammo around these big crates. Not really in these though. It's like parts and guns. Never know, sometimes you find something nice. Good try, boys. Good try. Security guard rooms on... Yeah, that's on streets, yeah. I mean, not like on this map in particular. A lot of duffels. Not really looking for duffels, but... Shack out near the transit between the watchtowers. Hmm. PP. I'm like not even really being careful here, which I probably should be. I mean, they were fighting. I don't know whether they actually ended up with more people. Yeah. I mean, there is somebody over there still. They were fighting like Gluha or somebody. I think they were fighting Gluha down there, weren't they? Let's see. We go through here and we go into that one. I think there's ammo in this room. Or is it just lots of boxes? Lots of boxes. What's that one? More PP. God, there's like PP everywhere. I wonder how long Tarkov dev website's been a thing. Yeah, ages. Quite a while at this point. It's good. It's good. The one single thing, I mean, Tarkov Dev is great for many things, but the one single thing that is better than anything else for me is the high-res images of items. It's so nice. That kind of sounds inside or muffled or occluded or something, so it's going to be behind a building, I think. Sadly. I'm guessing all this has probably been looted. We'll go up and have a look. Probably easier just to run and jump. Easy as anything else. Do that. He's going to pretend to loot. And see what happens. Whoa, I didn't see that guy at all. Okay. So what we got left in here? We've got left in the tank. This is mostly BT now. Maybe we'll stack some PP on top, and then some more BT underneath, or something like that. I don't know. Tech room. Does that have ammo? Yeah. Whatever then. Find something in one of the crates. Yeah, I mean, I guess like they could have the generic ammo stalls or whatever. Just imagine my PMC just like shoving each round into the mag, like, come on. Clicky. Clicky. Well, I mean, we might find Gluey and the boys, or some of them dead, which might be quite good for ammo. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, perfect. Look at that. It did perfectly. Take we missing the one you jumped down from window. Yes. It is. RBAB. I never know the names of the buildings on reserve. Right, that'll do. So, was there... There was a little ammo in one of these rooms. I think for something. It might have been BPs for VSS or something like that. So, yeah, it's BP for the VSS. It's nice. Not really one we want, but whatever, it'll do. Only go reserve. That burned into my head. Yeah, I don't consider myself a reserve main. Time is it? 12 minutes. Should probably go down into the extract or whatever, or go over to a manhole. I'm gonna go over into this one. If I can get over this bench. Those guys earlier were shooting down onto the other section. Right, so what we got here? BP. PRS, okay, we don't cover that. So that's kind of what we're after. Are you using smooth motion? No. No, I'm using TAA. I'm literally just using TAA. I'm not doing anything else special. I'm using native res TAA right now. It's a bit sad. It's a bit of a sad state of affairs, really, but... Slightly nervous about being stood here, but... I'm sure it'll be alright. 60 round is actually notoriously hard to load. I can imagine. I remember when we did cadets, you'd only load the Stanag mags even to like 27 or something. So where are these bozos shooting down on like blue hard guards and whatnot? Maybe out this window or something. Sounded like blue hard. Yeah. Did you change back the new forced DLSS presets? I tested them. I'm not using them. I think I could, actually. I don't like the way they look, though. It's the main issue. Will you bring a second weapon for scavs? Yeah, the only issue that I have with that is that often I end up doing that, and then I actually just end up, like, screwing myself. Maybe I'm shooting at someone else. Who are they shooting down at? Like, not anybody here. This is the guy I hit. I genuinely don't know who they were fighting. we should probably go, shouldn't we? Eight minutes left. Eight minutes left, no water. Hello? I'm gonna see. I'll see if there's any where Scav's found the body. I'll see if there's anybody down in D2. I can't be bothered to go all the way off across to thingy. If we die, we die, right? I don't really care. But on the off chance we can get some raiders, we'll head down. Was that someone? No. Yeah, we probably go on the star at this point. This is that new room, isn't it? Assuming somebody already pulled this. Yes. Probably should have just thrown a flash or something. Or nade, just a general nade. Right, let's see. Let's face off against the rats. Face off against the rats. Isn't there like some high level loot you can get down in the bunker? I can't remember, like you can get like vertexes and CFDM radios and stuff like that. Like in the next room. I can never remember where it is, like I don't usually loot it. We could have a look though, we could try. Like down here or something. Like in the boxes maybe, or on the thingies, or the back room. Can they be like in these bits, in these racks? I don't know how often people actually come and look at these though. Like I've tried it before. I never really found that much luck. Okay, apparently nobody's looted it, so yeah, doors in position like it was from the start. Yeah, yeah. So like nobody's been in here. Hmm. Random toolbox loot and stuff. Into folders in the room. Oh, whatever. I don't really care for intel particularly. Not bothered about intel. Heads up for rats, true. Helix. Use those to craft good boulette. Helix is pretty expensive, honestly. Nice guy pass. Does that not go in there? Oh, bizarre. Any other bags in here? It's these things, right? Cool. We didn't get any kills, but we did run around a bit and scare some people. Have you shotguns IRL? I have fired the cadet version of the SA-80. I've done blank shootings on exercise, and I've fired like 10-round mags on a range for competition. I've fired little 2.2 rifle pea shooter. I've done clay pigeon shooting twice. And I've fired the LSW. Oh, there was a guard. I fired the LSW at an army camp. That is the full extent of my IRL weapon shooting experience. In fairness, though, with the British SA-80 whatever, like, you know, we used them from, or at least trained with them with the cadets from like, because when was it, like 12 until basically 18. So I know the SA-80 pretty well from like a technical standpoint. Obviously I haven't fired it that much, but from a technical standpoint, you know, I can field strip the thing, take the gun apart, clean it, etc., etc. Because that's what mostly being in the cadets is about, right? It's about doing all the grunt stuff. So I know all the drills for the SA-80. You know, it's like one of those things where, like, in the guns in Tarkov, like, I don't know where, I've never even seen an AK in real life, so I don't know where any of the stuff is on it. Whereas, like, if you gave me an SA-80, I'd be able to lock it back and, like, check the things and, like, you know, use the da-da-da. What is cadets? Is it UK thing? Yeah, it's like, yeah, like 12 to 16, 18-ish year old, like, army, or... Yeah, it's like, yeah, army cadets kind of thing. But there's like two different, there's like, because we've got the 3 services, so then there's the standalone cadets organizations. I actually did mine with my school. So we had the full, what was called the CCF, which is the Combined Cadets Force. So we had like an affiliation with the military, and we had an armory at school, and we had the Army, the RAF, and the Navy sections within our CCF, our Combined Cadet Force, and we used to all start together on parade. In the US, it's called ROTC. Okay, yeah, it's probably the same kind of thing. And yeah, I was actually in the RAF section of the cadets, but we got to do lots of others. I wanted to be in the RAF section because I was like, you can go gliding, and if you were in the Army section, you couldn't go gliding. But if you were in the RAF section, you could go shooting with the Army guys. So I was like, you kind of get the best of both.
Gold, please.
Yo, Blenor and the Tubby Scav, thank you for the Prime and the Tier 1. Appreciate it. Thanks for the gunsmith. No worries, mate. An armory at school? Yeah, it was crazy. When the War on Terror began, they turned up and took, like, we had two like LMGs. The LSW, the aforementioned LSW, and we actually had 2 of them at school, and they came and took them. Quite funny. We had a range. Richard, that's why I fired the 2.2 rifle. Because you weren't allowed to fire like you know, it's funny, right? It's funny that because we're so locked down on weapons, really. Like if you're like an enthusiast, there's ways to get guns if you want them, right? But like, you know, you have to have all the stuff and like there's police checks if you're like house and all sorts. Like it's very restrictive. Like, and I would say culturally, it's just not something people really do. If you live out in the country, you might have a shotgun, maybe, but that's kind of about it. Like it's highly unusual to own a weapon here. But I find it quite interesting that we're so like we actually have like a lot of like youth military programs. Weirdly, like it's kind of odd that, right? Like we're so locked down for like general like public weapons usage, but for schools and kids and stuff, it's like go for it. It's like kind of weird. Kind of weird. Yeah, they are strict. They are strict. It's also like there's the one thing which is the law, and then there's another thing which is just the culture. It's like it's one of those things that you just can't. That culture doesn't just like you can't just make that culture, or you couldn't just like that culture just wouldn't work in the US, for example. But like here, like it's just not spoken about. That's how like far out of the cultural psyche it is. Like it isn't even outside of very very fringe niche groups of enthusiasts. Like it just is not discussed. Like no one's interested. It's just not a topic. It's like it's very interesting. It's very interesting. You know, say me in Poland, I touched a real gun once when the police came over to talk to us about drugs in school or something. Yeah, they're strict, but nowhere near as strict as people think. And I think that's the thing. That's partly the culture of it. Just like people think like, oh yeah, the UK's like got strict requirements, and that's about it. Like even the people who like most of the population, that's kind of as far as people think about it. And it's just then like it just is never ever discussed. Nobody ever talks about weaponry. Like my level of weaponry knowledge via Tarkov, I would say probably borders on being slightly odd. Like if I start talking about like stuff that I know about weapons from Tarkov, people kind of look at me like it's like it's unusual enough to like raise eyebrows. Like it's just not something people to discuss. Yeah, isn't the SA-80 a piece of rubbish? It was originally when we made it ourselves, and then we got the Germans to make it for us. Yeah, you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone from EU owning a gun. Definitely UK. I don't know about EU. I know in like certain areas, like the Swiss, for example, are like big on gun ownership. So it kind of depends where you are. I would say the traditional, like, you know, UK, Germany, France, probably Spain, although I don't know much about Spain. Yeah, HK makes the Model 3. Yeah, which is actually good. So I'm actually Swiss. Interesting. You guys have a much more relaxed attitude, right? Yeah, the A3 is decent. Yeah, and the cadet version of the A1s or whatever was like absolutely atrocious. Right, what do we do? I was actually trying to figure out like what other quests I need to do, wasn't I? SC-80 A1 was as bad as people say. Yeah, the only thing about the gun is it's very heavy, right? Oh, I did this one, didn't I? Yeah, the SC-80 is just really heavy. I've got more BP from this. Okay, fine. Sketchers are closest to American levels of ownership in private hands. Yeah, I heard those guys are pretty big on it too. SC-80 Tuck would be nice. It'd be fun, yeah. Yeah, you'll be on a list. Yeah. Yeah, but it's tied again. It's tied to military service, indeed. Indeed. I mean, not really relaxed. Men who went to the army have rifles at home without any bullets, but it's still something super special if people own guns like other guns than your service rifle. Interesting. Okay, that's interesting to know. My perception's like slightly off there. It's always interesting to you know, look at these things. Yeah, so what tasks have we say we've actually got to do then? On reserve. I think reserve So I do actually have lighthouse stuff to do. It's just gonna be a bit annoying. Find the informant's intelligence. This is like in the lighthouse building. Lost contact. Still got to do this, which is I haven't done this. It just shows you, doesn't it? I don't think. Oh, I think we might have to do this one. Do you have to do counteraction? I don't think you do. So I've just got this thing. Eliminate raiders in the command bunker. So we've probably just got to go down. Just got to man up and go downstairs and fight people in the reserve command bunker. Because we'll either get raiders or we'll get players. One or the other. I shot the A2 cadet version a fair bit. It was very good, honestly. The main issue that we used to have was the younger cadets wouldn't be able to manually like cycle the action because it's quite a, you know, it's designed for like full or semi-auto, right? And like actually once they'd added the like the manual action to it, it was actually quite hard for the younger kids with their right hand to actually cycle it and not have it jam. That was actually our biggest issue. Did the cadets push for you to join the services or the TA? It was an option, and some people did. Not really, honestly. Like, it was pretty chilled. It was pretty chilled. What's your unbiased opinion? Is the game in a good state currently, generally speaking? I would say yes. And I will tell you the honest truth about it. Like, there's still things to be worked on, for sure. But I think other than them doing a million drops, I think like the way that the game plays out is quite good. The loot is quite good. The bugs are like lesser than they were. It's definitely a step forward. I think this patch. 1.0 is like, it's pretty solid. Honestly, it's fine. It's as good as Tarkov gets in general. I would say a lot of people have enjoyed it in lots of many ways. Got to lose an LSW as a cadet back in the day during an ambush training scenario. Honestly, it's good stuff. The LSW. I was only allowed to fire. I fired the LSW on a range. It was again a 10-round mag, 2-round bursts. That was what we were allowed to do. That thing was unruly. Honestly, the cadets though was really good. The cadets, like, I could see why it's so highly thought of. Like, we did all sorts of amazing stuff that there's experiences that I wouldn't have had. There's kind of like two sort of physical competing group activity things, broadly speaking, in the UK. Which is, if you didn't do cadets, you could do the other thing, which was called the Duke of Edinburgh, which was like some hiking stuff, some community service stuff, yada, 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 that kind of stuff. Does cadet set you up for commissioned officer like ROTC does in the US? You can go into... Usually the way it works for... If you do want to go in, normally is you'll go from cadets to... Is it called OTC? That's like the cadets, but for university. And you go to university and do OTC at the same time. I think that was the way it worked. And then you went to do your degree, and then you could go on to do officer training afterwards, if you wanted. I believe. Obviously, I didn't go down that route, so, but yeah, I think, yeah, officer training corps, yeah. So I think that was when you were like, so that's when you were 18 to 21. Then you would have been in OTC, and then you went off to go and do, I don't know, Sandhurst if you want to do the army, or whatever else, wherever else the other ones are. I can't even remember now. Go visit the Royal Armouries Museum in Leeds. They have so many AKs. I should, actually. I should. That'd be quite fun. That would actually even make quite a fun video. Gigabeef UK meetup at the Royal Armoury with Jonathan Ferguson. That would be actually sick. What was I doing? Oh, I was going downstairs, wasn't I? Okay. I would watch. Give me Jonathan Ferguson would make my life. I think I'm risking my life just being physically present here. Unfortunately. I'm not sure if that was, like, actually at me or not. I feel like I'm certainly going to get shot at, though, this way. Yeah, John Figur's a cool guy. I watched this original, like, looking at the Tarkov weapons ones. I know there's a couple more. I haven't actually watched all of them. I think there's someone down there, maybe. Hell yeah. Don't know what those guys were doing, but they come done in. That's how they do it in the cadets. Yeah, exactly. "60 rounders to the rescue." I just kept shooting until they died, basically. Pretty much. Alright. What are we talking then? Flux helmet. I am become him. Death shadow. Can't wear that with glasses. Okay. Ourselves an AK-12. I didn't bring any spare ammo, so we'll just have to use this guy's magazines. Slow clap, impressive. Thank you. Ah. Got BT from this guy. I was thinking about the TV-110 the other day. Oh, it's a Class 6 plate. Damn. I'm going to junk that, take this, move all that into here. These guys do mark room or something? Kind of looks like it. And flank. It's an oldie but a goodie. What we got in here? What's this guy? This is the... It's another 6 plate. Really tasty. Back of that. Go with the others. Wait, which one is this again? The A. Is that salt? Yeah. Got ourselves another one of these. Take that. And then... Guess we can take those actually. Do it like that. That's fine. I still didn't bring my freaking Red Rebel. Damn it. Okay, well... Oh yeah, we've got enough rounds in these. What have these got? BT or something? Just got it. BT. Just got it. BT. Good luck with D2. Yeah, well, we'll see. It Might still just like get pipped by somebody random. Couldn't cover him because isolated each. Yeah, it was good. But yeah, the right man just did not shoot, and I don't really know why. Still don't really know why. Just, yeah, the guy on the right was running away after getting shot. Only when his buddy got clapped, he turned around. Funny. Okay, well. I'm gonna go and turn this shenanigans on and then. I keep getting stuck on this box over and over again. Get this and move it up. Is that open? Can you close this door at the back? I feel like... Can. Okay, there aren't even any raiders, annoyingly. And I think for that quest you have to kill them down in D2, right? I don't think you have any choice. Why'd you have to get it from the Astro Sailor? Well, it makes it hard, doesn't it? You get it eventually, it just takes a while. I wonder whether there's less extract campers this wipe, just simply because there's more loot going around. I wonder. interesting theory of mine. Left that man is fuming at his teammate. Cadet GB is happy as pie with all the loot. As long as I don't get ratted, I'll be alright. Right, well. I wish there'd been raiders, but good that we're trying to go for them at least at this point, this juncture. Did I just do that one? No. We'll just take whatever. Any old junk. Just spawned southeast stairwell. Took maybe 5 seconds to orient. Went out in the second level. Instant up by a guy sitting in the hallway. According to the chart, not a single spawn nearby. I mean, it is crazy. The labs. It is mad. You just have to die a million times and learn. It's just like a horrible version of factory. Well, definitely could have been worse. I feel like I got a little lucky, but is what it is. Is what it is. I'm not even sure how many that puts us on. Using Tarkov dev map. I don't think they necessarily have the best spawn guide. When did you punish about 6 at some point? Yeah, it's 110. We're too old for that here. Pretty much. My 5-year-old says it sometimes. I've died a lot on labs. In my years. Died a lot on that map. And then the problem with labs though is that you die a bunch on it, you learn it, and then you don't do it for a while, and then you come back and it's as if you never played it. Which is awful. Oh, that's poverty right there. The single M855 with the stack of 855 underneath. It's like 5501, sorry, single M85501. That's sadness in a mag pack. Oh, you got 2 class 6 plates out of that. That's pretty nice. Have you sussed the new NVIDIA Pulsar stuff? We talked about it on the podcast, actually. It looks cool. Looks cool. I don't know how much it would affect me. I don't know if I'm like enough of a gamer for it to matter. But it does look cool. It's like the next upgrade on from G-Sync, whatever. Looks kind of neat. Looks kind of neat. But I should put Red Rebel in so I can at least, and a Paracord, so I can at least go out of the dome if I feel like it. Okay. You can sell beta 2s. I'm not in for the loot, so I actually don't really care. Until obviously, you know, you get given some, and then it's like, oh no, now we're gonna take the. You can't put those up. They're just taking up space. I can't be bothered. I'm not even going with the backpack most of the time. Right, so put the AK-12 up there. This is some kind of abomination, I think. I don't know. What's my version? Is my version worse? They've got a lot more ergo than I do. You know, it's actually not that bad. Oh, but that's because I'm using. To be fair, it's because I'm using this. Minus 16 versus minus 2, so I get a 14 ergo swing in my favor. The GL core is kind of illegal on this. Feels like there's lack of reviews. I mean, I think because the monitors have only just come out, so like, are there actually that many even in existence that you can buy? I'm not even sure. I feel like that's maybe the problem. What are we doing on this one? We're like sat on the 93 threshold, which is actually pretty annoying. Is that worthwhile? It almost feels like it's worthwhile. I don't know. 85k. I'm going to buy a new one just because I really don't want this to jam up on me, because I think that's going to make me really sad. Do you know what's quite cool, actually, is that you can sell the parts off the gun directly to a trader. So, for example, you can do this. You do have to be a little careful. Like, certain parts double up. So I think if you do the gas block, sometimes it doesn't work. You have to make sure that you don't get this, like, multi-thing, otherwise it doesn't let you sell it, because you're trying to sell, like, 2 parts at once. But, hello? Yeah, loading object takes long to load play 4K. I don't know, actually. I'm not sure. Not sure. Might do. No, I really don't know. I wouldn't have thought so. Okay, that's BP as well. I'm not really intending to reload these. I'll just keep this just for a bit of top loading. Can you sell the Val on the flea? I think you can, can't you? Yeah, it's just the VSS you can't. I still don't understand why the VSS is fleet banned. Very curious to me. Pretty sure they've all been available, and most reviews would normally get it prior with NDA. Maybe it's bad. Maybe it's bad and no one wants to say. Maybe it straight up doesn't work. You never know, do you, sometimes with these things. Going to bed and watching a 2.5-hour new Gigabit video to fall asleep to. I do appreciate anybody who goes and watches the full 2.5-hour video. You're my hero. I appreciate you. These videos are difficult for me to make. It was a bit of an experiment, and they usually don't get watched as much. So I wanted to just do it, just to try it, and I thought it was a fun topic. So if you do go and watch it, and you do go watch the whole thing, then I'll love you forever, because YouTube loves watch time. But yeah, it'll only serve it out to more people if more people watch it. Unfortunately, YouTube is a fickle master sometimes. Right. That's the thing. There's like some people who really love it, but then if it doesn't have broad appeal, it won't actually go anywhere, unfortunately. But we'll see. Put it at 0.5 speed. Oh, but that's painful. You know, I think I've actually like broken my brain a little bit. Like I'm pretty much just incapable of listening to almost anything at less than like 0.25. 0.25 feels like my normal listening speed at this point. Like, people just talk way too slowly, it feels. It's like actually insane. I feel like something's something's broken in my head. Like, I listen to stuff that I don't really care about. I don't mind listening to that in like 2x. Oh man, I was listening to some music the other day and I was just like, man, this is like really pumped up. I think it was like I think it was just like background Arc Raiders like soundtrack kind of thing, like, or Arc Raiders inspired, something along those lines, because I quite like the soundtrack. And I was like, man, this is like much more hype than I remember. And I realized it had been I'd left it on 2x, so it was like and I literally hadn't even noticed for like 20 minutes or something. I was like, oh, this still sounds a bit unusual. What? Do you get docked still for people watching it 0.25? I think you actually get a benefit for people watching it slower. You get docked for people watching it higher, because the watch time gets shorter. I think the session time gets shorter. Like, YouTube is weird. So YouTube will, there's like, if you click video, that's the first thing. That is good. And then second thing is like, how long did you watch it for? If you click video and then you didn't watch it for very long, YouTube actually doesn't like that at all. So clicking on the video and then clicking off it straight away actually hurts a YouTube video. Interesting to know. And then there's another metric that you can't ever know, that like people kind of know that YouTube does it this way, but it's like not really. It's difficult unless it's all within your own videos. It's hard to show, but YouTube loves session time. So if people watch a video and then they go on to watch more, more videos afterwards, they track that too. So YouTube really likes you staying on the platform. So if you watch just like one video and then leave, that actually counts against you too. Which is like, it's kind of mad. But I mean, the YouTube algorithm is like crazy complex, crazy complicated. Hard to know what will do well, what won't do well. It's difficult. Especially if it's like new. If it's something get like off format to what you normally do. Honestly, good to know, because I want to watch the benefit you the most it can. Yeah, literally, like the best thing is probably just to leave it on. I don't know whether they track. I mean, they probably track whether you're actually like watching or not. I don't know. YouTube will track everything. They say that they want to try to track satisfaction, like viewer satisfaction, and they have some like enormous multivariate analysis to try to achieve that goal, because they believe that people who are more satisfied by the videos are more likely to come back, which is probably true, right? It's like they're aligned in like your best interest in a retention sense, not necessarily in like a productivity sense, right? But like they want you to come back and watch the stuff. So so they look at things like session time and which videos keep people on the platform, which videos like make people leave, and blah blah. I don't know what happens. I really don't know what happens if you like pause a video in the middle and then come back to it later. I don't know how it deals with that. No idea. No idea. Some things are mysterious. I seriously cannot find Peanut's mask for Kappa. There's quite a few people who are having it spawn on Scav. I had it spawn on Scav for me. I died. But yeah, like ask around, see if anybody's like gets it on their Scav. Like if you cycle your Scav, like you'll probably find it. Some people were saying that they were finding it on Raiders on Labs. Yeah, just recycle Scav on Factory. Yeah, apparently you will find it eventually. I think maybe the drop rate's maybe gone up a little bit. I don't know. Is the slick arm really good? I barely see it used. I might have missed if you already answered. Sorry, no, I saw that question earlier, but then I got into I don't know, distracted or something. No, the problem with the slick is quite good, but it's basically just a glorified trooper, like High-Com trooper. And the issue is that it sells to the traders for like 138k, so it's never worth wearing, is the sad truth. It's actually not bad. It's got class 3. It has a little bit of side padding. It's a regular thorax style armor, so it doesn't have the soft follows the plate methodology to it, but it's like up there, right? It's one of the good armors. It's like a gazelle, but without neck. It also doesn't have a neck, so people are also a bit like, you know, not all the neck really matters. But it's like it's functionally equivalent to like a Bagari rig, or like a High-Com trooper. So it's not, there's not really any advantage using it, is the problem. You just sell it and buy a High-Com trooper and then put the good plates in it. You just take the good plates out, because it's like Tarkov is now like 95% about the plates, 70% about the front plate, 25% about the back plate, and then 5% about your soft armor. Your British fast talk and amazing mind means I can watch you 0.75 and finally digest it all. I do talk fast sometimes. I've actually slowed down on my YouTube videos, but on the stream I'm often talking like a million miles an hour, just because I want to be able to get everybody's questions in. That explains it. Yeah, everyone just sells it. So if you go on the fleet, you'll find them. Sometimes people actually put them too low, and you can just sell them straight to Raglan. Yeah, the main ones I've got to find now is I've got to find the axe, and I've got to find the Willer's wallet. So I've got to do like marked rooms at some point, and apparently you can find the axes on what do you call them? Raiders, or that's Rashada guards. Sorry, probably find them on Raiders too, actually, but. Oh, I can't open the door while I've got the pill bottle in my hand. Whereas my 1G phone. I don't see them that often. Is that a person? Get back for a second. Hello? What? What in the headshots is this? Did that man just take like 15 headshots or something? I don't understand. What is going on? That was absolutely weird. Unloaded BBs? It's an AK-12 BP. What in God's name was that? Can you put the FPS counter? I actually have mine. Oh wait, no. Yeah, I capped it to like. I can't remember if I capped it to 100. I'm not sure. Crap. Now that is illegal behavior. What? Right. Okay. I don't have any words for this. Right, we're going in the toilet. I am just at a loss. Game is in a fine state. Beef like 10 minutes ago. Yeah. What's your opinion on smooth motion? I think. I actually haven't tried it again, but I think it's bad. It depends on what your FPS base is in those maps. So, if I'm scoped on streets, my base FPS is like 50 something, and it's not enough. For smooth motion gives me latency issues. So, I could go and check it again. Maybe they've updated it. I don't know, but. Only Scav customers have found 15 Willers in cash and Scav's quite a few axes. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so the thing is, smooth motion for me, it'll be fine on all the maps where I don't need any FPS. The only map that I care about, the only map that ever has any issues, other than customs because of its like weird building meshes, the only map I ever have any issues on is streets. And on streets, that's the one place, like if it doesn't work on streets, I don't really want to use it. That's like the one place I kind of benchmark everything to. Man alive. Anyway, yes, great timing. Dude. What the hell? Why do you think that one building on custom sank 2 FPS? I think it's because, and I put it out on Twitter and stuff, and people said that they think it's because of the way the transparency's handled on the kind of like metal meshes. It's forcing the game to like redraw multiple times. That's what people said. It's just, I don't know, dude. I mean, I'm not an expert on that stuff, so I don't know. But it's not, yeah, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. It'd be nice to see you do a few reserve lighthouse raids too. I'm on reserve right now. Oh, is this? Yeah, we need to find some better armor. Fair. Lighthouse is a different story, because Lighthouse, I really do hate that map. But if that's true, they should just make the floors solid. Indeed. I don't know why they haven't done something about it yet. I mean, yeah, these are both actually really, like... I've got the equivalent of, like, class 4 armor on with this, which is a bit sus. Keep getting Northern Mountain Lighthouse. I need one more kill for assessment. Yeah, that is lame. Really should work I really wish they'd rework Lighthouse for when it launch. Yeah, me too. Can you shoot through the grated floors? I think so. Okay. Anyway, so what were these guys wearing? This guy's wearing no armor whatsoever. And apparently I didn't hit him in the head at all. Which I would say is curious. Unless I'm misremembering which one he was. This dude, in fairness, does have a Gen 4 on. So maybe that kind of explains that. At least somewhat. And does allow us to refresh that. I'm not going to wear the Gen 4 just because, I mean, I could, but I don't want to. I don't need to min-max the loot, so I'm not going to. This scav appeared out of literally nowhere. Which is crazy. Upgraded FPS with some ChatGPT stuff. I actually was talking to it the other day about some things, and yeah, I reckon it reckon that could improve some. Okay, whatever. Oh, I guess I can put that in there, can't I? Got it. Yeah, I reckon that I could improve some stuff if I like did some things with my RAM. RAM timing type stuff. Bot told me to put tinfoil in the microwave. Now I'm enjoying like messing about with some of the AI stuff. It's certainly interesting. I quite like just playing with it, even if it's not actually necessarily that useful. You know what I mean? Like it's interesting to try. I find that like just the process of trying kind of like helps you figure out also like what is and what isn't AI out in the wider web. Because if you're kind of used to it, you know, once you see the outputs for a bit, it kind of like gives you a good idea of like what is and what isn't. Oh, I'm not PK'd actually. Oh, let me just grab PK. I love doing research for products to buy, like it helps me pick a new vacuum. Hello, watching YouTube. Hey, Betty with Flame. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We just had a really weird fight in reserve. No one down here, is there? Hiding in the toilet or anything? Apparently not. Maybe I should have kept the Gen 4. I don't know. Yeah, no, I do find it interesting. Like, I've used it for quite a few random bits and pieces of various things. Funny thing here is I'm actually incentivized to go to D2 because I actually want to fight players, so like I might get ratted, but I don't care about my loot. If that makes sense? Because like I'm going in to kill raiders and try and get test drives, so I actually don't mind ending up like in a fight with a player if there's an opportunity for me to potentially get the kill. Is 30, 70 to 57 XD worth of a tiny difference? It would be a huge difference actually. Be a huge difference. You'll find it's a massive difference. I did 3700X to 5800X 3D and it was like massive. It's actually one of the biggest upgrades you can make in this game. It's such a big deal. What's that? MCB. MGT. Okay, so you can get the tech spawn stuff in here. We looked at this before, we said you could, but nothing in there. Boxes. Damn, Vertex, okay. Take this out then, I guess. Spawn under the stairs you came down. Or like on here. Okay. Cool. I do kind of hate looking for the guys that are just like, you know, you're preparing for someone who's just like not there. Yeah, the 5750, 800 XCD is similar performance. I think they are quite similar, yeah. They didn't, apparently they didn't make the 58 anymore. Think about getting into Tarkov again. Is the cheating still really that bad? No, it's not that bad actually. I don't think so. I always find it's like, I don't know, I don't find it too bad really. I had like a really bad spate on factory one time, which is unusual for me. But then after that, it's kind of gone back to being like fine again. So make of that what you will. My RAM timings are what they are because my RAM isn't the best. CPU cache and optimizations and NVIDIA really brought it up without bringing demographics. Nice. Yeah, apparently, according to ChatGPT anyway, apparently I can tighten my RAM timings one notch. So I might try that at some point. You can't find them as of now. See, that's almost why like an unreasonable price for the 5800X3D. That's why I was like almost tempted to like actually do the upgrade. Nice to get 3 of these. Do the upgrade, go to AM5 and sell my 5800X3D for some stupid price. It's kind of the idea. I was cheated once yesterday trying to get to terminal, which feels bad. Oh, yeah, first time in a while. Sounds really tempting to get addicted again. Hey, the game's good right now. Yeah, scam someone with your 5000 XUD for any reasonable price, exactly. So buy the unreasonable RAM and hedge myself with the unreasonable 5000 XUD. Basically. So long as you've got one of the unreasonable assets, you can trade them for any of the other unreasonable assets. It's like barters on the flea market used to be on Tarkov, right? It's like if you've got a marked key, you can get any of the other keys. If you've got any of the, like, you know, goated items, you can get any of the other goated items because there'll be a barter for it somewhere. It's like how it used to be back in the day. It's quite funny. Who had that reserve quest? Is it Prapple? I don't remember. Was it Jaeger? This is just like kill raiders, which is the one that's in reserve. Or is it this one? Renegades. Yeah, that one. Yar. Love my 9800 X3D. Dude, like I should have upgraded. I was too lazy and didn't do it. I was gonna do it for 1.0 and then just kind of like I just kind of ran out of time. You know what I mean? And I was like, man, am I really gonna like rebuild my whole PC? Like, oh god, am I actually gonna do that? Like, it's a right faff, especially when you got dual PC setup, because you have to redo everything, right? And it's like
Gold, please.
really lame. Not gonna lie, it's really lame. Double B, well, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it, dude. Yeah, if I just upgrade new CPU, it cost me €350. But if I go for 7800 XP, you have to buy so much. I know. That's the thing. It's just like staring down the barrel of the motherboard and the CPU was bad before. Now you're staring down the barrel of the motherboard, CPU, and the RAM, which is like, I mean, you obviously had to buy the RAM before, but it was like, now it's like, the pricing is like absolutely horrendous. So that's the only saving grace for me. It's just like, well, I at least have one of the funny assets that's gone up in price. So you actually accepted Dripper. I accepted the first one, I know. I didn't accept the second one, thank God. But yeah, I accepted the first one by mistake. Wow. I think BSG have actually changed it though, so I don't think it screws you over anymore as much. Are these used for anything? I feel like I never end up using these for anything. Clear. What's this one? A VPX and 2 MGTs. 3 MCBs, 2 MGTs and 2 Iridiums. Is that good? I don't know. Sit-ins on spot for 25 minutes. 6 minutes left in the raid. Try to move anywhere. Some random Giga Chat PFC. Someone just sees me. What were you trying to do, fandoms? Did you got when you said a week before everything went nuts? Yeah, it's mad. It's so annoying how the timing of these things is like so specific. I mean, that's the thing. I could just buy it, but do you know if you can transfer the GPSA through Prestige? I'd love to. I don't actually know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh god, this gun is not maintained. Sounds like Tarkov? It does indeed. I got pretty low doing Psycho Sniper, so I feel your pain. I feel your pain, mate. That quest made me feel like I did not want to play anymore. That's why I did it offline. I started to get like it was just making me sad thinking about playing, and I was like, this is about time. This is probably time to do something differently. Hunting cultists. Which, is there any quest line that you don't need to hunt cultists for? Because I don't want to hunt cultists, I'll tell you that. I've not really got much interest in hunting cultists. What about the wipe system? I heard something about it being changed. Yeah, so this character we're on right now is permanent. So obviously you can still complete the story, prestige and restart yourself, but there are no wipes anymore on the main server. So this is your main Tarkov account. It's not going to wipe again. Then we've got, I'm just going to take a big stack of PP with them. Then we've got the seasonal accounts, which are coming as of the next wipe. That one will be a fresh account, so it'll be as if you wiped, right? Except this character will stay. And that will be the one that you do like your wipe on. And the seasonal character will have like major changes. So it'll be like the examples they gave was like crazy weather or like radiation or something. They're going to do something cool each season, so it's different. And that's probably the account most people will be playing on. But you can go back and play your regular Tarkov account if you want, and like to complete the story and whatnot, which is good. So it's quite nice. So you're going to have like a permanent character, a bit like PvE, except on PvP. The only thing that I worry about is that no one will eventually play the PvP like permanent character. I think this character will eventually be quite hard to find a match for, and then they'll have to think about what to do. Like, but anyway, that's a future problem. Do you need Psycho Sniper for Kappa? You do. How did you get so many thick items, Case? I used Ref. Ref level 4 gives you the ability to buy thick items for 3 Lagers. It used to be 10 Lagers. It's now 3 Lagers and 500 GP coins. Yo, Brad Smith, welcome in, welcome in. Hope you guys are doing well. You've been playing Tarkov. What is going on? What is up? We are doing some final missions for Kappa. I say some final missions. We've got quite a lot of missions left, but we've done all the hard stuff, so I feel like I'm not that worried anymore. So we're going to reserve. We're trying to get test drive done, and I'm trying to kill raiders in the underground is what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to get, basically, I'm just trying to get like quests done on the maps where I've got test drive at the same time. Man, I can't wait to get Ref 4 to get thick cases. Yes, as you can see, I already have 8. What does Prestige give you? Just to flex on other players? Yeah, pretty much. I don't think you get anything otherwise. Yeah, so I got like millions of these things. Like, I didn't use Ref last wipe in the hardcore wipe until they got rid of the hardcore stuff. So I was just, this wipe, I'm just like, we're just gonna maximum abuse it. I've actually got loads of space in there, but just I throw stuff in here without thinking about it because I'm like not been interested in sitting around sorting out my stash. You can see this is all the duck hunt stuff that I just threw in here because I was just like, I can't be bothered to sort it. Quite funny. And so my stash is like actually kind of full, but I can't be bothered to like move it, any of the things. Quite strange. What I'm going to do, actually, I think what I'll do is I'll move these into one of the other ones, and then... Oh. How many hours do you have? I'm like nearly at 10k. I'm pretty close. But a lot of that, though, is in the stash, because I actually don't do it as much anymore, but I used to just spend like so long in stash, because I'd have the game up all day while I'm making videos. So like, it counts stash as well, so it's like not strictly, you know. They can make the queues for season and permanent merge after 4 months. Well, this is what a lot of people were saying. But the problem is, if you do it like radiation, how do you merge the queues? Because then people on the vanilla Tarkov are playing like Shoreline, and then you're playing like seasonal Tarkov, and like the resort's got radiation in it. Like, it's just, it's not compatible. The problems of being so rich and lazy, yes. Have you seen the optimized case placement for stash? Like, ammo tends to pile up first, a way to make it easy to pull from? I use magazines exclusively for... Like, I try to take the easiest approach possible. So I would use the search for pretty much everything now. And I use the magazines to move ammo around. And then eventually I do a big cleanup, open up all my ammo boxes, and I just dump it all back in. Yeah, you have 8, you don't even use it? I know. Is there a way to connect your Battlestate game account to Steam to be able to start the game via Steam? I think you... Well, the strict way to do it is that you have to buy a new standard account on Steam, and then you can do the migrations somehow to link them. But you have to buy a version on Steam. You can't just link them. I believe, though, you could just like add the Battlestate Games launcher to Steam as like a third-party game, so it just opens. Because that's basically all that happens anyway. Obviously, you don't get the achievements and stuff, but I don't think it's worth linking it to Steam, honestly. I haven't done it. Because you have to buy a new one, right? Silly. Just like they got rid of hardcore restrictions, they can make the radiation thing the permanent character modifier for like 2 months. I mean, I guess they could do that. Kind of a shame, though, if they got rid of like this. But I would hope that the seasonal thing would get like more crazy as it went on, rather than just like going away at the end. Only got like 35 tasks to do for Kappa. Yeah, I'm not sure how many I've got to do. I'm actually not sure. Because it doesn't say on the wiki, does it? Tarkov quests. Is there one required for Kappa? Like, there is a list for it, but it's not. I don't think there's like one consolidated list. I don't believe, is there? It's like done per trader, which is really annoying on the wiki. I don't know. Do you know whether the Steam integration brought a lot of new players to the game? Apparently they sold 1 million copies since 1.0. I don't know how that number's possible. But that's what the research said. It wasn't even them, it was reported by somebody else. 1 million copies sold since 1.0 release. I mean, if this number is true, then like, you know, grats, they killed it. I just find this hard to believe, but the only thing is, I guess, is a lot of people may have just bought it through the launcher still, not through Steam. It wasn't even BSG that necessarily said it. Like, somebody else said it. There was like a third-party data source that said it. Oh. We're actually getting quite lucky on our underground spawns. But anyway, so apparently they made a lot from it. But I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised if they did make a lot. To be fair. Oops, wrong way. Like, we knew that there would be lots of people who would come just for 1.0. Yeah, 10 to 20k CCU on SteamDB. It doesn't seem to match up, for me at least, with 1 million players bought the game. That doesn't seem enough. Doesn't seem enough, like, concurrent users to match up with 1 million. With 1 million. So I'm just like snoozing the ad on Twitch so it doesn't suddenly just go off. So it's like, oh, you're going to get an ad in 5 minutes. Like, can you not? I'd rather not. Oh my god. Well, we got one. Okay, where'd they go?
Бля, подъема кацанул, пацаны!
Nice. Hey, look, it's the peanut. Peanut. 46% positive reviews. A lot of people tried it, didn't like it, quit. Yeah, maybe. Yes. Ew. Ew. Get schrecked, my friend. Gute Nacht. Destroyed. I don't know what that says. This guy got his thumbs up. It's all good, bro. It's all good. Another Gen 4, eh? Quick. Probably shouldn't stand there. This is probably preferable to this. Get that in there. Was that an attempt at a German bad guy? Not really bad guy, just random German. This one, oh yeah, I've got crap ammo now, haven't I? Own estimations 591. A game analytics 600 and 1 web play checker. Okay, okay. Also, Ark has like 10 million copies sold, 200, 400 CCU. Ah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yo, Jumbo, thank you for the 2 months, man.
Gold, please.
Buzzer, thank you. Appreciate the prime, man. You hit it really well. Oh, thanks. I thought you were going to say it sucked. Repack that bad boy. It was quite nice to get that one done. I think that's all the reserve quests done that we need to do, I think. I'm watching it on 0.25, so I'll be done tomorrow. I love it. I love it. Did you do Prestige? No. Not yet. I'm not even sure if I'm going to do Prestige, honestly. Show you reserve quests? I don't have anything left. Just doing this. No Place for Renegades. That's it. That's all I've got. Oh, BP. Whatever. I'm going to take my quests and run. Third time's the charm down in the old D2. The reach of the WMX is beautiful, I would say. Where are you from? I'm from the United Kingdom. The problem is that I don't really want to prestige because I don't really want to have to get max traders again. Was that somebody in there? Sounded like somebody on the right. Could they be low down? I don't know. I'm pretty sure maybe I'm just going mad, but I feel like I'm hearing something. Maybe not. I'm just going mad. All right. Sure thing. As a new player and with the white character coming up, I feel like best just to keep an up prestige with the character when you grind, that kind of stuff. Yeah, so I think it depends on what BSG decide to do with the seasonal character. I'm probably going to get to the point at which I can prestige and then not do it until we see what happens with seasonal. Is probably what I'm going to do for the time being. Nice. Ugh. Yeah, I'm just hold on to it. Because the issue is that late wipe, a lot of my content revolves around like high-end guns and just like messing about with like lots of money and stuff like that. Like, I think it'd be hard for me unless I do like things that it only allows me to make one piece of content, which is like how to, yeah. Oh, I started again from scratch, late wipe. Like that's an interesting one ish, but I can only make that once. I'd rather do it on a separate account completely rather than prestige in my main. How many chaos do you have to Tarkov? Like nearly 10k. I'm close, but not quite there. Yeah, will it be July or spring? I imagine... I don't know, the last couple of years they've done like August, haven't they? I think it'll probably go back to being like end of June or something. Like if they want to do it proper 6 months. I mean, the first one, it might take them longer. Maybe they do August again, I don't know. It'll be somewhere around that, like end of June, July, or like early August kind of time, I imagine. And then one around December. They've been pretty consistent with the December. It's the one around the summer that's a bit iffy. But I think by the time, you know, they've pretty much stabilized the game at this point. Like, they've got through their, like, holiday season. They've all had, the teams had a break. Now they can work on what they're going to do for the next bit. I feel like by the time we get there, I think we're alright, so. Yeah, how close are we anyway? 9816. So I'm quite close to 10. 100 and something hours to go. Still quite a lot, but yeah, I don't have the game open anywhere near as much as I used to when I'm like making content. I don't typically need to have it open all the time anymore, so that number's going up slower than it was like back in the day. Paddy Beard. Build these AFACs. Love it. This. Right, so we did this one. No place for renegatas. What's this one? Documents. Do you need to do this one? You do. So you have to go and get some documents and give them to him. Okay. And then what's special comms? Okay, you'd have to do that one. So this is the last one for Kappa in this particular line. I think that's the last boss quest. Except for this one. Where I have to kill these two guys. I haven't done this one. I mean, there's loads of like basic ones I haven't done. just because it's focusing so much on doing all the bolty stuff. Quite funny, really. Oh, wow. I cannot take that. Because my stash is not organized. Okay, well... Oh, no, I didn't mean to press that. Crap. Damn, I'm kind of hungry. Shouldn't be hungry. We had frozen Christmas dinner pie that my wife makes, which is like after Christmas, from the Christmas dinner like roast, she basically takes like all the stuff and puts it together as one big like a big sort of like pie type meal. Like really nice. And then she freezes it, and then we have it like ages later. You can't sell the Neo Steel. Oh, I forgot about that. Shootable moves, amazingly done. Thank you, Nacho. It's a bit of an oddball one. I don't know YouTubers are gonna like it really. I think it was some people really love it, and then some other people are not really that fussed by it. So it's like I don't know if it'll actually do very well, the channel, but I had fun doing it at least, and you know my core audience, like you guys who come watch the stream and stuff and prefer like some of the longer form type of content, will like it, even if it's not like for the general public. Sometimes they do well. Like it's hard to know. They always usually perform because it's performed really badly so far. But these long videos usually do weirdly, because it has to kind of like it's a bit different to the normal type of video. So YouTube shows it to like the usual set of people, and then like they don't really watch it, and then it usually then like pushes it out to like a second subset of people who like prefer the longer form stuff. So it usually gets a second wind normally. So we'll see. I'm hoping. We'll see. I'm hoping that's what happens. Mention of quest made me remember thought. The problem with Tarkov's quest over design and side activities end up being the only primary thing that directs your behavior. Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, but there's the storyline now. Once we've done Kappa, we'll be doing the story, by the way. No, I appreciate you, Nacho, though. I appreciate you checking it out. And as I said earlier, anybody who clicks on it and watches the whole thing without clicking away, it does wonders for the video performance. Little sad, tried arena for a few. I'm not good enough to get Greater Heights 3, so no transfers. Kind of stupid they made it so you have to be pretty decent to get transfers. Which one's Greater Height 3? Is that the one where you have to get MV... Well, like you have to get in the top 3? Is that one? In a sort of sense, that one's almost the hardest. Oh, it's the 3 out of 6 wins. Or is it top 3 times 2? It's top 3 times 2. See, it's funny, like that. Yeah, that one is like, I think the win 3 without losing 4-1 is like probably the most notorious one because of the pain. But you can do that by throwing yourself at it enough times, whereas the top 3 one actually is kind of like, for certain people, it's just like not doable. I would say it does take practice. I've got like 3 of these recorders now. You can give them the scav guys. Try team fight, worked for me. Team fight might work better for if you're like used to a regular Tarkov pace, you don't play much arena. That might actually be helpful because it plays a little bit more like regular EFT, a little bit. So you don't have to do as much adjusting. Tried about 30 times and it's a nope. Go one more time, just a bit dejected. It is tough. It is tough. Could you try... Where do you normally place? Do you normally place at the bottom? Or do you sometimes get 4th? Only need to beat 2 others. Yeah. Only if it's really lucky. What do you normally play? Like, what game mode do you actually normally play it for? Like, what are you running? What are you running to try and get it done? Like, if you consider yourself like, yeah, checkpoint. Who doesn't play checkpoint at this time? Well, I was just wondering. Drop shot and just throw yourself at it because it doesn't matter if you die. It is, and it is over quickly. All I was going to say before was like you probably want the, if you consider yourself like in the bottom 50% of the skill bracket, you probably want the game mode with the highest variance, right? The highest like variability in performance. You actually don't want to be playing like a long game mode with lots of kills. So yeah, exactly what is saying. Like over a long match, the skill's going to get a bit normalized. So you're probably, you might actually be better off doing just like, yeah, chop shop team fight or something. Like obviously you have to learn a couple of the angles. But like once you've played a couple of rounds, like you'll get the idea because you'll die straight away, right? Like when I first started playing chop shop team fight, I just died over and over and over and over again. And I've ended up playing it a little bit in some of the quests that they did, and the last time I actually ended up doing quite well. But you can camp team fight really, really hard, and people will get bored. Like me, actually, I get bored really quickly, and I just end up running at people. I can't tell I was hooked by kill 2. I really was. Stopped playing myself to watch. I saw your comment. I appreciate it, mate. I do. Yeah, team fight chop shot is probably your most random bet. Maybe try that. Does it feel like Arena has skill-based matchmaking? I would say no. Some lobbies are hard and some lobbies are easy, but I would say it doesn't feel like it in unranked. But I wouldn't be confident telling you that is strictly the case. Did that bozo just kill somebody? I don't know who he is. Why am I stuck? Wait, is that together? Oh. That's so Tarkov. That's genuinely so Tarkov. Funny. Well, we got that guy good. Where did we get killed from? Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, spoke too soon and laughed too soon. Maniacal laughter as well. Oh dear me. I got killed by a scav. It's a 200-hour like owl wearing moron. Well, that was fun anyway, fighting that PMC. I'd like to know who would have killed. I would like to know who it was. I hate Counter-Strike game modes. Once you die, you sit there twiddling your thumbs. Yeah, so it depends on what you like, actually. Yeah, I like the point capture one, to be honest. I like the point capture ones. I didn't think I'd like Checkpoint, but I actually do. But I actually do. Okay. All right, I think I'm kind of done for tonight. Getting a little tired. And we've got school with the kiddos again tomorrow as usual. We'll be up early for that. But, yeah, it's been fun. It's been good. It has been good. Let me go and see who we're going to go and raid. Have you streams? No worries, Eiley. Thank you, mate. It's a whole different crew of people on at night time, isn't it? Love it. We go and raid. Just gonna raid Sergeant Prepper. He's quite a funny guy. Big sniper man. I know people recommending me his channel when I was doing Shooterborn, so it's very appropriate. Very appropriate. Alright, well if you haven't gone to watch my Shooterborn in Heaven movie, put it on. Even if you don't want to watch it, do me a favour, put it on and watch at least an hour while you're making dinner or whatever it might be. Help a guy out. Because these like raid type videos, they always suffer a bit on trying to get broader exposure because they're a bit different to my usual content. So if you want to help me out, then I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, I will... not sure I'm going to... Oh yeah, no, I'll be on tomorrow afternoon actually. Yep, because it's... I'll put it on while I fall asleep later. That's absolutely perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. Appreciate you all. Thank you for being here. And I'll hopefully see you tomorrow afternoon. Bye everyone. Bye.